Hello, and welcome back to LEGO Custom Reviews. I'm Michael Casey. So, recently they released a new cut of Spider-Man No Way Home called the Spider-Man No Way Home More Fun Stuff cut, which is okay. I mean, it's worth it if you can get a cheap ticket, but if you have to pay like a full price ticket, probably not if you've already seen the movie. But in honor of that said re-release, we're going to be reviewing a figure of the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin. So let's begin. So this figure comes with a two-sided face below the mask, but let's start with the glider. So this glider is made up of 3 pieces, which are all custom printed pieces. So you first have this little piece that kind of makes up like the engine and bottom part of the glider that also connects the other 2 pieces together. It's a pretty good custom piece. Nothing super special, but not bad. Then you have the next 2 pieces, which while they share the exact same design, as they technically are separate, are not the same print, as they don't go the same way. But so these are really detailed. You can see a lot of smaller lining here on both the gray and purple parts of the glider. You get like the little spikes at the front. It even has like these really good printing and lining on the bottom of it. Now, these studs here connect in with the bottom piece that then connects the whole thing together. What's interesting to note about the glider is that the pieces don't themselves fit together. They only fit with the glider, and there's actually a decent space in between them, which I think, while strange, looks really good and fits really well with the movie version of this glider. So this glider is amazing, completely new, and just amazing. As I said, amazing. I love the glider. We have yet to review the next part, but if it keeps up at the pace of this glider, it's got up there to challenge Moon Knight for my best custom figures. So the figure himself. Now he comes with an accessory of a pumpkin bomb that's really good. I think they definitely used the right piece here for the pumpkin bomb. Yeah, but some good detailed print on it. Pretty good. But so for the figure, he has So he's got a new custom printed head, a new custom printed chest piece and shoulder piece to kind of go with his flight suit. And he has 2 faces. One face specifically for like under the mask with the yellow eyes and you can't really see the mouth, just kind of black underneath. And one for him as Norman Osborn, which I think is still meant to be under the mask for the point where he flips the yellow eyes up. And you can also, but though the mouth can't really be seen from his face's mouth from where the mask's mouth is. So I think with the mask on, this piece looks amazing. It looks just completely perfect. You can tell exactly, it just fits amazingly. Now the face of him as Norman Osborn doesn't really fit. Doesn't look amazing. It doesn't seem to have that much of it doesn't seem to look that much like the actual actor Willem Dafoe, including during the time. But I mean, there have been worse. It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look awful. Now, when he has the mask on, the eyes seem to fit pretty well. They seem to be in about the right spot. But the mouth on the mask here essentially goes down to the chin on the figure here. You can't actually see the mouth. It's covered by the teeth of the mask. So that part doesn't really work great, but other than that, this mask's really good. The only other minor, and I won't want to specify, very minor problem is on the back. Because of the way the mask goes up, you can still see a bit of this, like the skin on the other side, or part of the black mouth part if you've got the mask on side there in the back, which is a bit of a problem, but nothing terrible. Now, the chest piece here, it works and doesn't work. So I'll get into the whole reason why in a minute, but first I want to go over the prints on the figure. So the figure, like Moon Knight for example, has prints on the front chest, the front legs, the side legs, the back chest, both the arms, and the like underarm side chest. So it's got printing like all over. It's very detailed. And the lines, there's a lot of them, but I think they're like just on the verge of able to be a lot of lines without being too many lines. And they, partially because they used it like the more like, kind of like highlighter, like darker green in a very smart way, so that you can kind of like, so that they highlight some of the parts that would otherwise be a bit like kind of muddled and not easy and difficult to see, so that you can really see them well and they really stand out. Now, this fits in with the chest piece here. So the chest piece is just as detailed, has all the detailing of the thing, but it doesn't have any of the lining. So the points, while this chest piece, instead of just having it printed on, actually like is like molded into the chest, it does some, at a point you do kind of get lost in the lining here. Now, I do think, I've seen it with and without the chest piece, I think, while it looks good either way, he looks a bit much with it on, and you kind of blocking out some better printing. So normally when I have the figure on display, I have the figure on display without the chest piece there. Now I do think there is a bit of a downside to that, as the shoulders definitely are really good. I think it would be best if I could you take the best from both worlds by having the shoulders on the chest piece, but can't do that. So still good either way. This is still a great figure. The chest on the printing on the legs, it goes with the lava I said on the back. There's a lot of printing on it, and at a point I think you would get lost in it, but they highlight some of the parts to really make it stand out and work pretty well. The arms are the same, but pretty much all the other parts of it, the sides and back printing, that really all just kind of, it's mostly just kind of lines that go with it. Not a problem, because that's how the suit actually is. It's very detailed and very accurate. But this one doesn't really need doesn't need highlighting, as it doesn't go too deep into the line, so it works very well. And I think this color of green, like, I don't believe this is a color that official LEGO figures use, and I think it works perfectly. It seems exactly the right color for the Goblin. The suit looks amazing. So this figure was $2 for me, apart from the Moon Knight's $5. And I would say it's probably about at the level of Moon Knight when it comes to quality. With just like Moon Knight, a bunch of new prints, a lot of really high quality prints, and generally looking really good. Oh, the only other complaint I have about this is that the arms, like many custom figures, are like very flimsy. They don't seems like they're a bit loose. But other than that, this figure, comparing it price-wise with the Moon Knight, with this one being $2, well, that was $5, this, I would say, is my favorite custom figure for its price. I would say it's definitely a buy, 5 stars. You can find it on Amazon in a pack with a bunch of other figures. About $40 in total, it's about 20 figures. That's where I got a large section of my custom minifigure collection. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. And if you do see the movie, enjoy it.